Simon, can we have the latest update on Cola Life? What happens next?
Oh, what happens next? Well, we're here at the premiere of the film, which seemed to go down quite well, I'm very pleased to say. And we are coming to the end of the trial, which was 12 months long. And the objective of that was to generate some evidence that what we are doing might actually work, and it looks like it will. So we're now planning for a national scale-up, and the key objective is to do it in a way where there's no gap, because people have got used to the product, our anti-diarrhea kit, and we don't want to let them down now just because we've got our data.
And we're here with Ali, who's done an amazing fundraising ride. Tell us about, how did you two get together and how did it all come about, and then tell us about the ride.
Well, I just got an email from this crazy person called Ali, and I wasn't quite sure whether he was male or female, because all the Alis I knew were actually female. Anyway, I worked out that then he was either a male or in a gay relationship with someone called Lizzie. But as it turned out,
this is me.
This is him. And he cycled with Lizzie, who can't be here now unfortunately, from Cairo to Cape Town.
Yeah, so it was, in 4 months it was about 12,000 kilometres. And we heard about Cola Life through a mutual friend, and just thought it was too wonderful an idea not to help raise some money for.
What was interesting is their route took them into Zambia from Malawi through one of our districts. We were just working in 2 districts, so they went through that one into Lusaka, and then they went south and they went to our 2nd district. So we were planning to show them around the 1st district, but they had their first riot that day for 150 years, and you just happened to be cycling through at the time. It was over in a couple of hours, so we couldn't do anything there. But you did visit our project in the south of the country, didn't you?
Absolutely, yeah. So in Kalomo, we went out into the bush. We saw what the last mile looked like, which was a hard mile on a bike, I can assure you. And then met some of the mothers who had benefited from the product, and met some of the children as well. So it was brilliant to see all the good stuff that Simon and Jane are doing.
So what made it worthwhile?
I think the smiles on their faces and the enthusiastic nodding of the mothers when we asked them how they found the Kit Yamoyo, and when Lizzie asked them, what more do they want? They said they started rattling off all the other medicines that they thought they would be wonderful if they could receive in a similar format. So there's the next entrepreneur out there, social entrepreneur. That's their challenge.
Simon, I would have, if I got my hand up in the auditorium, I would have asked you how important your blogging and communications has been along the way, and how you managed to keep it up.
We would be nowhere without social media. I mean, this is a great story. I had the idea 25 years ago, living in northern Zambia. We had no telephone, no postal service, we just had a telex machine. And there was just no way that you could get traction with the idea. Wind forward 20 years, and you can test your ideas on Facebook, and that's exactly what we did. We got 1,000 supporters there. The BBC got interested. They pulled us in and pulled in Coca-Cola as well, because they don't want to hear just one person's side of the story. So that's where the relationship with Coca-Cola started. UNICEF in New York were doing some research on innovation in this area. They found us on the internet, so they did a case study on it. And it just went on and on. And it's great. I tell you what. So the first thing was, it convened people around the idea, so it gave us the trade union type power. But then it's convened expertise. It's given us, as the project leaders, if you like, a huge sense of responsibility. I'm always thinking, when I'm going into a meeting or a meeting with an important person, what's the story? What am I going to take away from this for our supporters? And I say that, I go into meetings now with this feeling that thousands of people are watching me, and it's been really important, very important. We wouldn't be here without Facebook.
But you've been fairly relaxed about your news management and the way in which the change of kit has come out, and happy for Peter Day to prod that story.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you learn from this is you can't control what other people write. And also, if you want to be part of the story, you've got to write the bloody thing. It's no good, sitting on the sideline and saying, you've got to be part of the story and you've got to contribute to it. And in fact, it's quite nice how it's sort of leaking out that, if people read our blog every day, which obviously not many people do, but they know what's happening because they can follow it day by day. But it's quite nice that most people are learning, a bit from the BBC, a bit from the New Scientist, that things are changing and that we're learning from the trial and we're changing the design of the kit as a result. So I think it's going quite well. I'm quite pleased, really, the way it's seeping out.